Hey, so one of the bad things about having a really long drive into work, on days when it's really cold, like this morning it was like -2 when I left the house. It can really wear you out. It's a long drive. And then on top of it, as I was driving through the countryside, not too far from my house, there were 3 horses that were out. And so, me being the nice person I am, I didn't want the poor horses to get hit. So I went around knocking on people's doors, trying to find who they were. Finally found a pasture that had hay in it and no horses and an open gate. So I actually still did not find the horses' owners at that time, but I did go ahead and lure the horses into the pasture. And then one of the houses nearby, by that time somebody had woke up, and she was like, I don't know whose these are, but my son does. He's letting them stay there. And I said, well, go ahead and just let them know. That way they can come make sure that their gate works right. And so anyway, that took a little bit, probably an extra 20 and 30 minutes of my time this morning. And then heading out on the road, I thought I was going to have enough gas to make it into work, but apparently the stopping and letting the car run for that 30 minutes kind of ran me down on gas, so I had to stop and get gas. And yeah, so I'm just exhausted, and work still has to go on today. So yeah, that's the only bad thing sometimes about working so far away from home. And I would work from home today, but I don't have any reports or anything to do from the actual house or from the computer at home, so kind of really did have to come in here. Alright. Oh wow, it's coming off really easy now. So we've had a bit of a problem deciding the best way to get the texture off of this ceiling area, and apparently the key is you spritz it with water and then you scrape it off. Yeah, so much easier than sanding.
This is what I get for not using Google.
When we turned to Google, we found wonderful answers. So this is some of what else we've been working on in the room. We took out the moldy drywall, and come to find out, there was actually a leak. I don't know if you guys can tell. At one point in time, there had been a roof leak, and it came down the wall here, and they must have repaired the roof, but never took any of the drywall out that was affected, nor any of the insulation. So we made sure we took a larger cut than what we needed to make sure that we got all of the affected material out. And this one was actually dry, but we went ahead and just took the insulation out anyway. So there's our lovely pile of debris that we have to get put up. We went and picked up some insulation. We've also been continuing to work on the joints on our drywall installation. We've got it, Casey went and sanded it yesterday, so now I've got to go back over with a second coat. And the window, where do we even begin with the window? The window,
I don't want to put on your channel.
So with the window, we were going to take off the trim, and when we took it off, we discovered a whole slew of problems surrounding the window. It had actually been a bigger window at one point in time, and when whoever installed the new window, they shimmed the window, which that's common, but they shimmed it with drywall instead of wood. So we basically, when I say we, I mean Casey, came back in and put wood shims in to essentially make it even, so that we would have a nice even drywall surface here to work over. And I started ripping out some of the seams, the joints, because they were bubbled and cracked, just from where the house is old and there was some settling going on. So yeah, it all looked like that. So I'm in the process of scraping that off to rejoin it. You can see where I've kind of already done some of that here. So that is where we are at, and that is part of what we are doing today. So we had a little snafu with the stapler running out of staples earlier while we were putting the insulation up. So there's the insulation. The reason Casey is laughing his head off is because when we came back, he was like, oh, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and continue to work upstairs.
In my defense, I'm not feeling good. I am sick.
So I was going to come up here and help him by finishing stapling the insulation to the wall. And I come up here and nothing is fitting, okay? I don't know if you guys could see this, but like this is here and it's one thing, and then this is longer. This is totally like longer. This is a different angle, and then this one's like really small. Like, I don't know if you could tell that, but like it's hardly yeah, no. Okay, so I'm up here just trying, I got this one all stapled, all pretty. Got it all stapled. Then I come over here. I don't know if you could see, but I was missing like several inches. So I tried to like staple it to the side. That didn't work. So I was like, well, I'll just move on to the next one. I got this one like partially stapled here. It wasn't working, so I got mad and then decided to start stapling it down the center, which that didn't work either. So by this time I was very frustrated. I had put, I don't know, maybe 30 staples in and I gave up. Yeah, I started drywalling instead. So, and so Casey came up here and he was like, what did you do? And I'm like, it wasn't stapled. It wasn't working. So I got frustrated. He started looking. He was like, what did you do? And how did I word it, baby?
I don't remember. It was something like, I made it work.
I was frustrated by that time, baby. I just made it work. I put staples in it. So, yeah, Casey's fixing trying to help. I feel bad. But I did do the drywalling over here, which earlier we were showing you the nasty window. So I've been doing joint compound and trying to make this wall look a little bit prettier. I'm kind of leaving that for later because we're going to be taking more texture off. But yeah, just thought I'd tell you the funny story. Okay, bye.